Okay.
Started.
All right.
Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Henry and Caitlin. Yeah, today we have an interesting topic for you guys.
Sparked on from our TikTok.
Yes.
So appreciation versus appropriation. So
Of culture.
Of culture, yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to read you two definitions. Okay. I'm going to start with appropriation. Appropriation is simply taking one aspect of a culture that is not your own and using it for your own personal interest. For example, appropriation could mean purchasing a piece of jewelry or clothing that may have important cultural significance to that culture and simply using it as a fashion statement. Okay, that's appropriation. Appreciation is when someone seeks to understand and learn about another culture in an effort to broaden their perspective and connect with others cross-culturally. That's appreciation.
That's appreciation.
So, one example that I know most people realize and know about is when Kim Kardashian braided her hair in cornrows, or what they call Fulani braids. Fulani braids regenerate from northern Nigeria, which is why I'm picking this example. So, the problem was, though, is that she did not call them cornrows or Fulani braids. She called them, sorry, I have to look it back up. She called them Bo Derek braids, which referred to a movie with a blonde-haired, blue-eyed actor in the movie who also was wearing cornrows. So she wore cornrows or Fulani braids and was calling them Bo Derek braids and was not giving the culture that they stemmed from the appreciation and the what's the word I want? Evidence? The fact that they own those braids.
The credit.
The credit, thank you. She's not giving the credit where it's due.
Yep.
So that's where the problem was. That's why that is an example of appropriation versus appreciation.
Yep.
Now, I don't consider myself an expert on this subject, but this is my first Google search. This is things that I have found within half an hour of researching on Google and understanding appropriation versus appreciation. So if you want to understand that as well, there's some things you can consider. So the first one is going to be Halloweening it. If you are wearing something from a culture and you are wearing head to toe all of that things, is it looking like a Halloween costume? Are you wearing it in the purpose of a costume? If you are, it's probably appropriation. You're not appreciating that culture. You're not understanding where that came from within the culture. You're not understanding how to wear it and be respectful with it. The second one goes to, the second and third one are very similar, about educating yourself within that culture and being respectful within that culture. So, for example, if you're going to wear braids, understand the little bit of where the braids come from and the history within braids and the history within braids within Black women and African American women and Nigerian women and African women throughout. And I can't even say, like, braids, the history of braids differs across the US, across Africa, across every country. Every country has their own history with braids. So understand whatever culture you are borrowing this from, understand a little bit about it. If you understand a little bit of the culture that you're borrowing this from or that you're using it from, then you can be respectful when you're using it. And the one article I was reading had a really good example. It was like, if you were going to wear a head covering or a hijab, let's say you're just maybe using it more as a fashion piece, or even if you're just wearing a head covering or a hijab, you wouldn't wear a hijab and walk into a bar. That would not be showing a cultural appreciation for a hijab.
Use your own example now. We give the definition of everything in your own, which sparked the argument. What would you say about that?
Okay, so with my own braids, I have been living and working in Nigeria for 10 months. I am dating a Nigerian man who has taught me much about this culture. Okay, I understand
Northern Nigeria. Actually,
I understand where braids come from in this culture. I also understand that lots of women appreciate braids in this country. And I got my hair braided from Nigerian women who own a Nigerian salon within Nigeria. I am in no tent trying to offend anyone, and I'm trying to appreciate the culture here. I love trying new hairstyles. I love having my hair in braids, and I'm trying to appreciate the cultures here and also understand where I'm borrowing it from.
Yep. So if you think it's cultural appropriation, then there are a lot of things. There's no culture in itself that it's only practiced by those people. We all take people's culture and practice it in different ways. And as she said, if you're using it in a wrongful way with bad intention, then it's something bad. But she's not. So all of you,
yes,
or anybody that will come and say cultural appropriation, new word that is trending right now, cultural appropriation, good for you guys. But know that you are also probably appropriating somebody's culture in music, in any other thing, and in your
clothing,
dressing style, anything. You're probably doing the same thing. So do not judge people. Or don't be angry because somebody's using your culture, but you're using somebody else's too. So
And it's the attention. That's the one thing that when you read about a culture, appreciation versus appropriation, it's your intention behind it. Are you taking something from a culture and you're benefiting from it financially or emotionally or socially? If you're trying to take it as your own and not give credit where it's due, if your intention is negative in any way, then it's an appropriation. But if your intention is to honestly, genuinely connect with more people and to try something different and to learn about a new culture, we're trying to appreciate it.
So yeah, enjoy this. I hope you learned something here. Share it, enjoy it, share it with somebody else. Whether you agree or not, leave a comment. Follow our YouTube channel. You're going to get more content. And yeah, make sure you follow and make sure you share it. Thank you.